Go to Taters too. We opened up a few doors to attempt to observe what was happening, but once you pass that door, you don't go back in there since there are only two possibilities. Young men have left Diddy Park's house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship because the music industry is full of satanic people who do weird things in their home, and they saw us peeking in the door. Yeah, I'll make it to Hollywood. Don't be inquisitive. It appears that Diddy will continue to hold crazy parties and further publicize his renowned shady yet openly homosexual lifestyle because yet another witness has come forward to provide information on Diddy's parties. It's safe to say that the man appears to be utterly terrified, much like many others who have had the misfortune of attending Diddy's parties. In a recent interview with the No Filter podcast, Wu-Tang Clans described a Hollywood party where several high-profile figures engaged in lewd behavior. I'm going to tell you guys too, if you make it to Hollywood and get invited to these parties and all, don't be curious, bro, don't be opening doors. We went to a house party in Hollywood and half of us went to the after party where we saw a lot of famous faces. He said we like the uninvited guests, we the hood walking through the mansion, and it was just crazy. The rapper said that this gathering was held in the open and that well-known rappers and actresses from across the world were among the attendees. The Wu-Tang icon didn't use specific names, but his statement does imply that naming people might change how we view many prominent figures in the Hollywood industry. So, is your favorite rappers and actors, and when people see them later, they'll also notice you. In addition, Inspector went further and said that the events taking place there were too obscene to be mentioned, which undoubtedly confirms the rumors that have been going around. Personally, I enjoy being among ladies. What the heck is a sapient? Deckman continued. I'm pro-woman, of course, heterosexual but fumbled the word. Celebrities who are caught in the act behave overly nice afterward in a poor attempt to face saving, or maybe it's the fear that their secret might be leaked and they would lose their hard-earned reputation they want to. Know what you saw and how you felt about it. I think in that case, let them know if you can come back to the house because I know I and Jaguar, right, had a lot to say about Diddy and his infamous parties, claiming that there are only two possible explanations. Either money is involved or that's what happens at Diddy parties. However, over the years, there have been numerous fan theories about Diddy being a closeted gay man, and these aren't just baseless conjectures. Diddy and other superstars have made several cues. For instance, G3y contributed to the rumors by asserting that when visiting Diddy at his home months ago, the rapper allegedly tipped him over on his enormous outside bed. While he didn't reveal that, according to the ACT people, the two men had a sexual encounter. A fan made a comment about the situation, pointing out that Exhibit had said something eerily similar to Exhibit spoke on P. Diddy taking him to a club. And he said when he saw all kinds of weird as like naked men dancing around on each other, he said he got the up out of there. This is how Exhibit exposes P. Diddy, the fan pointed out. He said we get to this club and we walk in the back way, it's the VIP lounge. I was thinking, what the F is this? As she pointed super forward and over to the corner where two men were kissing. Then she pointed in another direction where a man was dancing while nude. As Exhibit pointed out, however, I have been in a number of clubs, and I have never inadvertently entered a club with that kind of activity. When Exhibit was questioned about his statement, he laughed off the question, but that was all the confirmation the audience needed. Perfect. He took you to a club before, and you're not a fan of Diddy parties. It has almost become a pattern for every celebrity to denounce Diddy parties in the same breath. Tupac, Pimp C, Cat Williams, and even Jim Carrey expressed similar opinions about Hollywood parties, but nobody has been able to name names or take action to stop this improper culture. If that doesn't suggest that there must be some mighty hefty power and influence in charge, what does? I don't know what does, and Diddy isn't the only major figure in the music business involved in this power show. Many others have reportedly organized and participated in equally cruel rituals and improper occasions. Rumors about Will Smith being homosexual are nothing new in the music business, but similar claims about him organizing wild gay parties with G3y have surfaced on social media. Furthermore, according to Van Houtman, Dwayne Wade hosted sex parties in his flat that featured young males who were invited by Dwayne himself, among other things. It was a 4-bedroom apartment on the first floor of a high-rise, according to Van Houtman. One day I received a call from my cleaning crew at the apartment, so I went down there. What I saw was revolting. The apartment was trashed and filthy, and it wasn't the first time they'd had these parties in there 2 or 3 times a week. There were always dozens of people in there, including rappers Dwayne and his entourage, and women. Van Heltman also noted that all of the beds had apparent signs of sexual activity, as well as empty champagne and nearly completed spirits bottles and used condoms on the floor of the bedrooms. What specifically is so alarming about these parties that has everyone feeling so uneasy? Over the past few years, the Hollywood industry has become very closely linked to gay rituals and the associated party culture. Blunts and partially consumed food that was rotting on tables, chairs, and other surfaces. Jaguar writes about what these gatherings and customs involve by pointing out that they are both bisexual and that both young men and women have left their home. The Eagles wrote a song about these satanic practices called Hotel California, with lyrics like mirrors on the ceiling, pink champagne on ice, and she said, "We're all just prisoners here of the Illuminati." There have also been rumors of cult meetings behind the scenes, satanic worship, massive orgies, the selling of souls, and satanic worship in open meetings. There have been rumors that celebrities can get record deals, lead roles, or anything else they want as long as they continue to indulge in these immoral rituals. For those who are still in the dark, some sources claim that the desire for fame and power draws high-profile celebrities into this web. Celebrities have to behave in a certain way either to keep the so-called elites happy or to stay at the top of their game. Diddy has been accused by a number of celebrities that he would power trip anyone who he thought needed his help, and would even go so far as to make them go down on him. Jaguar Wright was one of the people who called out Diddy and claimed that the business mogul had a meeting with singer and New Jack City actor Christopher Williams about possibly signing a demo deal, and instead of just asking for the demo, Diddy asked for felony. Over the past few years, the Hollywood industry has become very closely linked to gay rituals and the associated party culture. Blunts and partially consumed food that was rotting on tables, chairs, and other surfaces. Jaguar writes about what these gatherings and customs involve by pointing out that they are both bisexual and that both young men and women have left their home. Jaguar claimed that a former employee of Diddy's who witnessed what transpired informed her that the attorney needed to obtain authorization for some paperwork and went to Diddy's office. Because the door was open, she didn't hesitate to enter, but when she saw what she saw, she realized she should have. Wright claimed that even though the door was unlocked, the former employee should have given the room some thought before entering. The most likely explanation for why every prominent celebrity has been involved in similar scandals over the past few years, despite the lack of evidence to support this theory that power runs the show, is Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff. That's all for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.